The Catholic Church has had a very rich history in Vietnam with many illustrious saints, that we proudly call the Vietnamese martyrs. In fact, 117 of them were canonized by Pope John Paul II, and we have followed their tradition of keeping and spreading and defending the faith. But a major drawback to Catholicism in Vietnam occurred in 1975 when the country fell into the hands of the communists.
Now, after Vietnamese fall, a lot of families again, they try escape by boat from South Vietnam to the second country like Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. And they have a big trouble when they try escape by boat, because the small boat around with 20 people, but they together around 100 people inside the boat, and they were killed during the escape. And not exactly how many people will die on the ocean, but almost 500,000 people will die on the way they escaped.
And since then, religious activities on all fronts have been curtailed. And up until recently, there had been a general practice of allowing the religion to flourish within confines of churches and religious buildings. But any kind of public manifestation of the faith is severely controlled by the government. Certainly the ordination of priests had been in the hands of the government for many years, and the appointment of bishops, as well as the number allowed to enter into the seminaries, for example. So all of those things contributed to a stagnation, so to speak, of the spreading of the faith in Vietnam.
Now that we've learned about Vietnam and its interesting history with the Catholic faith, let's learn more about the members of the Vietnamese Apostolate here at Our Lady of Mount Carmel in Astoria, Queens. Let's go take a look.
And my family came in 1990 as refugees, and we were among the very first families that were established in Queens. And we were looking for a Vietnamese community to join because at the time none of us spoke any English.
I acted like the pastor, because my pastor is not there. He's busy teaching for the seminarian. So I'm working until after 7 years, and I came here from California.
As you saw in the Mass, I am part of the choir, and specifically I'm part of the musical accompaniment group. Oh, I came here when I was 3.
Right now I'm the president of the Vietnamese Apostolate in our community. Vietnamese Catholic, we try very hard to show our faith. Every week we have the Vietnamese Mass.
So I help out with the meetings, the minutes. I interact with the Catholic Migration Office. And I also help with creating the website for the apostolate.
Everything is over, and they have a big shock. They lost everything, the house, the land, and the spirit. So they came here in 1975, then the first group. I don't know exactly where they arrived, but they came here and they start with the Vietnamese community.
My family had been with the community since the very beginning. In fact, the community was officially founded in 1987 by Father Luke Pham.
I've joined the apostolate after Father Joseph Dunn became the coordinator. So it was around 2002 when we first joined the apostolate.
Then it's not easy for them when they go to the Mass. It's really difficult. They can't understand because the English. And they try hard, work hard. And the first generation is very hard to try to survive. So we worry much about the second generation will lose their culture, because every day their parents go to work and they stay home. After school they go back home without the Vietnamese language. So that's very hard about. So that's why the diocese want us, we keep the apostolates. This apostolates, any apostolates from the diocese, we want to try and keep the cultures.
Basically, on some of the major religious holidays, religious dates, like for example Christmas, New Year's, some of the Christ the King masses, the tradition would be to wear the long dress. And then for the gentlemen, some of them for the larger celebration, like for our New Year, which is similar to the Lunar New Year, the Chinese New Year, the gentlemen will also wear their form of the long dress as well, and the headdress. It basically brings back the tradition of what the culture would be like in Vietnam, where people would wear the long dress to special events.
Well, aside from the major masses like Christmas Mass, that which is our New Year, and Christ the King, and our patron saint day, we also cover, various masses like weddings and other cultural days.
Other events that we have is basically during the month of October, for example, the upcoming month here, we have the prayer of the Rosary, and so there's also offering of flowers to Mary, the Mother of God. A lot of these events are based around major dates within the Catholic calendar. On some dates we would have a procession around the neighborhood, around the church area, just to show the community around our devotion to the Blessed Virgin, and also to the parish.
We're going to follow the group for a very special procession that they have every year, and we'll get to talk to some of the members, so don't go away.
They found a home, certainly, in the Catholic Church, because in this country we are able to practice our faith freely, and we have produced a great number of vocations. That is one thing that the Lord has blessed Vietnam with, as well as the church in the United States. When we come here, we bring with us a lot of budding vocations. And so young men are still very much interested in being priests, and young women are driven by the inspiration of so many dedicated sisters. And so overall, we have had a tremendous surge in vocations for the United States. This year alone, we've had more than 53 ordinations for all of the U.S. dioceses. And overall, we have about close to 1,000 priests serving the United States. And certainly the majority of them have been ordained in the last 10 years, and I'm one of them.
I'm the one who worked for Catholic Relief Service in overseas for 32 years, and I don't see anything different when I went to Mass.
Hymn choice for this Mass was a mixture of newly composed music and traditional music that's been around for a good 40, 50 years. And as you could tell by the accompaniment, that we added our own take to it.
We don't have a lot of opportunity, at least here in the New York area, to interact with Vietnamese people. The population here is not as large as in California or some other areas. So it's very important, and it's an opportunity for them to hear their own language spoken by many other people, as opposed to just the parents.
As you can see, this small, lovely group cherishes their Sunday Mass here at Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And special celebrations like Christ the King really bring this group even closer together.
This is a very small committee, so we every Mass we can meet each other, and we can see our friendly face to keep our culture for our children.
In the first Sunday of every month, we have a holy hour, so that keep us very loving each other. So we believe that, and I believe that Without prayer, we are nothing. Without prayer, our community will broken. So just students love and pray together, and we understand each other.
As you can see, this lovely group cherishes their Sunday Mass here at Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And celebrations like the ones we showed you today really help to tighten the bond and closeness of this tight community.